Hello, friends. Hello, replay watchers. You are who is with me right now. If you don't see a red live box up in this corner, then this is a replay and you've missed me. But I do thank you for tuning in. I'm just cleansing the energy right now, lighting my sage. It's been a heck of a week, right? I felt like we need it. So I'm going to be doing zodiac readings on this video. I will put the timestamps into the comments, but if you're catching the live video, then you're just getting whatever we get as it comes. So thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate you guys. And I want to say happy Monday, okay? Happy Monday, because man, Monday mornings are tough. I know my lighting's not great. I've got a sunshade because it's really sunny and I'm just going to get hotter in here. So, you know, I know my whole setup could be better, but you know what? Why wait until it's better? The messages need to come out now. That's how I feel about it, because it has been something, right, guys? Hello, hello, and welcome in. Thank you for joining in. I'm hoping that I can see comments. As of yet, I'm not seeing comments, so I'm hoping that I can, because that always makes it funner. But I will be doing the same thing like I did last week as far as these lovely cards. I'm going to shuffle the cards. Terry Pierce, heart of my heart. Hello, Miss Terry. Good to see you, darling. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Leanne Catherine. It is a beautiful day. Hello and welcome. Welcome. Happy Monday, or whatever day it is for you. So, you know, Monday mornings are kind of tough. I even wondered, like, why in the world did I schedule myself this at this time? And then I figured it out. Is that because this is the best time for me to do this? But it just seems like Monday mornings, it's just easier to drag your feet, right? It's just a little easier to drag your feet somehow. I don't know. So I'm glad to be plugging in with you guys. I'm glad to be plugging in with spirit, because that always makes life better. It really does. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is going to be, let me just give it another quick shuffle and we'll have our order. Okay, I'll be drawing them from the top, and that will tell us the which sign we'll be reading for. Again, I am going to put the timestamps into the comments, into the description box. I'm sorry. The timestamps will be in the description box if you're catching this on the replay, so that you can jump right to your reading. Hi, Shirley. Welcome in, darling. And yes, Aquarius Terry, I love you, darling. I love you, and I thank you for joining in. Drop your sign. Let me know how it resonates with you. Let me know how your week is going. I would love to hear. Well, each of the signs will be getting 3 cards, and the first card is going to be from the Light Seers Tarot. The Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. I'll get your current energy, or the week ahead's energy, okay? And then I'm getting you a Soul's Journey lesson card. Ooh, for each of the 12 signs. And then I'll get a regular old playing card as some guidance from Spirit. So the first one that we're going to, wait, I can't just jump in. I do want to let everyone know that this is an 18 and over broadcast, because I cuss and I vape, and sometimes we talk about sensitive things, okay, that children don't need to be present for. However, I am aligned with love and light and God, and I'm here of service of the greatest and highest good of all of you guys. So thank you for allowing me to be of service in this way. And yes, the harvest moon, absolutely. Yes, the energy has been crazy, right? Totally hectic and crazy. So thank you, Terry, for bringing that up. I totally get it. So our first reading is going to be for Taurus. Taurus, gosh, that sun's gonna move, don't worry. It's not gonna bother us this whole time. Taurus. Oh, that's right. I see these cards are so dynamic. So Taurus, I'm really drawn into the colors, the beauty of your card here. I kind of feel how there is, you know, an individual on this card who is kind of melting into the background. You almost don't see it. And I'm feeling that from you, Taurus, like waiting for those moon cycles to just unfold, you know, kind of hoping that something else will change for you. But, you know, I just want to say, that may get you the results that you want, but not within the time frame that you're hoping. Okay, just hoping that something happens, right? Is very slim going to bring you what it is that you truly want, because you want drastic change, right? That's what I feel here for Taurus. So Taurus, let me just grab a card for your energy for the week ahead for Taurus. Look at that. 4 of Swords. I don't know why I didn't know that. See, Taurus, I'm in your energy now. Are you having those moments where you're feeling like forgetful or like you just don't have the brain capacity to remember another thing? Okay, I kind of feel how you're exhausted, and that's kind of why you're not creating the kinds of changes that you would like to see in your life this week. Okay, and Spirit says then tend to you. Okay, if you're not creating the changes that you want to see in your life just this week, Taurus, then make sure that you are creating some kind of change or cohesion within yourself. This is you pulling in and away from others, putting that nest or cocoon around yourself, tending to your heartstrings, really just resting, recuperating, mending, Netflix, staying in the jammies, having that comfort food, whatever, okay, tending to you and your own needs, making sure that that comes first, Taurus, okay, because not doing any of that, okay, or not making this a priority, okay, leaves you feeling very drained and less equipped to actually tackle some of the challenges that you might see in your, you know, in your week ahead, right, or in your waking life. I just want to say that when we're sometimes we're too tired to even try to solve problems because we're dealing with something that's really draining to us. And that's what I feel here for Taurus, is that it's time to put yourself first. Make sure that you do that this week. Let me grab you a Soul's Journey card, Taurus. For Taurus this week, what does Taurus need to hear from this deck? What is the Soul's Journey lesson for Taurus, Spirit? Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Boy, that sun is really bothering me. I'm sorry that that light is so bad and terrible. Look, this is the card. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. And it's like a very bright card, but do you see how I have to shade it? It looks all like not so bright and not so happy. You know what I mean? I really feel, Taurus, how you have the chance here to stop regretting and start really living a life of your choosing. But that means you've got to have some hard conversations, maybe make some big, heavy decisions. Okay. But you'll feel much lighter once you do. That's what I feel for Taurus. So, in order to live a life that you enjoy living, it's important that you at least stop incurring new regrets. And that just means living authentically, speaking up when you need to, and setting healthy boundaries. Now, what else does Taurus need to know? Just from the regular old Spirit Speaks playing card deck. For Taurus, Spirit, it's on top. Okay, Jack of Clubs. Okay, so Taurus, this Jack of Clubs indicates embracing the moment. And that tells me, like, I'm okay. So the energy is I'm kind of tending to myself, making sure that I'm okay. I'm resting. I'm taking care of my needs, etc., etc. However, this Jack of Clubs says that there is a window of opportunity this week that's going to open up for you. And when you sense into that window of opportunity, or when you see it appear, you may have some feelings about, oh my God, should I do this? Should I not do this? And Spirit is saying to not hesitate, not procrastinate. This Jack of Clubs indicates that you should seize the moment and the opportunity for what it is and walk right through it. And it's going to take you exactly where you want to go in the grander scheme of things. Okay, Taurus, but it might be a very big step. I just want to say that it's going to take something from within you, and it will be one that you will regret if you don't follow through with this opportunity. Okay, so that's what I have for Taurus this week. And please use your own free will and good judgment to let it land where it lands in your life, because everybody's lives are different. Okay, but those are the energy patterns for Taurus. Thank you, Taurus. Now let's put these ones away. Yes, we're live. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Susanna. Shasta Shepherd. Hello, Pisces lady. Yes, yes. That was the first one, Taurus. That was the very first one. So thank you for joining in. And if you guys wanted to connect with me privately, I have just a few limited options, but you can always send me a message on Messenger. I'm always available for you, but I want to let you know that I will not friend request you. Scammers do that kind of stuff all the time, okay? And I won't friend request you. You should be the one who makes the first move as far as trying to contact me, okay? And there are valid avenues to do that, as with any other professional practitioner that you might find on the internet, okay? But you should witness what someone does and get drawn into them. I just want to kind of give a disclaimer here, because some people get drawn into me, and that's wonderful, but you should definitely, you know, use discernment as to who you're engaging with in this kind of a capacity. Someone who seeks you out, who gets into your DMs, who's messaging you about some hex or curse or whatever you might have going on, or some message that they have for you, wants something from you, and it's usually your money. So, you know, and it doesn't mean they're going to give you what you're asking or what they're promising you. So you've got to witness anybody and not jump for those friend requests, those message requests, those "you're so lovely, your energy caught my attention, let's be friends," this and that. Those are very obvious scamming tactics. So I just want you guys to protect yourselves. Hello, Sarah Williamson. Okay, let's see who's next. Capricorn. Capricorn is next. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. So the energy of Capricorn. I feel like Capricorn may be having a little bit of a tough road. Okay, very unique to each Capricorn, maybe, but there is something requiring a lot of your attention and a lot of your focus and diligence, okay? And that's different for each Capricorn, but I can feel it at the forefront of your mind this week, and Spirit is saying that this too shall pass, okay? And they want you to have this one on the bottom. Actually, it's not even time for this, but this is the card, okay? The Seven of Hearts. This is about different ways of doing things, okay? There's not just only one way to do something, okay? There are many different ways to get that task achieved, okay, or to follow through with X, Y, or Z, okay? That's what I really want to say to Capricorn, is to explore the various ways in which you might continue to navigate the situations that you find yourselves dealing with, okay? Because I feel like it's requiring a lot of your attention and a lot of your focus and a lot of your effort, but you might be doing this only one way, and that's why it seems so to take so much of you, okay? So several different, you know, just kind of brainstorming or praying or researching or whatever this might, just trying, stepping out of your comfort zone to try different things, thinking outside the box, bouncing these ideas off other people who may have different perspectives that could kind of shift your plan a little bit, okay? That's what I feel, because Capricorn, I feel how you could be so far you've been dealing with this very solo-minded, okay? And yet there are ways in which you can expand or deviate from this singular process that you have that seems a little bit draining. There are ways that you can change it up so it won't be so challenging. Or maybe to find resolution entirely, okay? It's different for every Capricorn, but that's the energy for Capricorn that they're giving me right now. So we're going backwards with this then, okay? All right, so let's see what that soul's lesson is for Capricorn. Of course we're going backwards, Capricorn. Damn, we just can't do things a conventional way now, can we? Let's see. What is the soul? Whoa, there it is. There it is. I can't make this up. Y'all see me shuffling? Health is your card. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. And that's your physical body, Capricorn. Yes. The physical vessel that enshrines your soul is built to last a lifetime, right? But a lifetime looks different on each individual. And the way you care for yourself, the things that you do for yourself, the way that you are mindful of your own physical health and well-being is what is going to create that longevity in your experience, okay? Spirit is encouraging you to focus on your health with love and from a place of love. There are different ways and routes of doing this, okay? I really feel how Capricorn is following me here, and I just want to say explore the various routes and avenues, try different things, see what feels right for you, see what, you know, might, if it doesn't seem like it feels right, then, you know, but you've given it a fair shot, then pull away. You know, maybe you know best in this arena. That's what I feel for Capricorn. But I feel also like you've been doing it alone for so long, or doing it one way for so long, or only doing this for so long that adding something else or shifting or changing something is really going to bring you that benefit that you really are looking towards, okay? And from a place of love, again, okay, we cannot, we're not necessarily going to heal ourselves by condemning what is broken or giving us problems, right? So For instance, I mean, I used to suffer from debilitating pain. I resigned from a very good county job because I was disabled. I was deemed disabled, permanently disabled from my doctor. And like, look at me now, not anymore, not in the least. I feel better than I felt in my lifetime. However, you know, Spirit is saying that we will never heal from an ailment if we're condemning ourselves for having it, or condemning the ailment, or condemning the limb or the body part that causes us so much pain. And I, for example, I used to do this. I used to say, my body hates me. Why does my body hate me, right? My body must hate me. It gives me so much pain. Maybe God hates me. Maybe God hates me, and that's why I'm in this painful body. And I used to believe these things. I used to say these words. I used to think these thoughts. I really felt punished. And I used to hate the parts of me that gave me so much pain. And I realize now that that is not a healing posture in any capacity. In fact, it just begets more pain, more resistance, more negative energy, more dense pressure on those wounds that are already there. And they're attached to wounds, okay, spiritual or physical or both. We have connections on all layers, okay? I'm not trying to get too out there with you, Capricorn, but please just take it as it resonates here. Loving yourself even through that pain, okay? That painful body part, the shoulder, the back, the knees, whatever, the head, the illness, the mystery illness, the sickness, whatever it is that you're dealing with, Capricorn. Loving that part of yourself inside of yourself and coddling that part of yourself like you would if this was your child having this ailment or this issue. Oh, you little thing, let me kiss you, let me hug you, let me take care of you. That's what your body needs to begin associating differently with this energy. Okay? So I feel here how it's important, even if it seems silly. Like, Heidi, that's silly. I've been doing it this whole way this other time. What do you mean, love my ailments? Love them. Be tender with them. Rub them. Be kind to them. Send them love. Tell them you want them to be okay and you're sorry they hurt so incredibly bad. They have a story to tell you and you're not listening. Spirit is suggesting that you listen. Okay, what else does Capricorn need to hear? From the Light Seers Tarot, we did this backwards, remember, Capricorn? Everything that's broken down is going to be rebuilt. The Tower is an interrupting energy, all right? The Tower sometimes seems like a blessing and a curse, okay? It seems like a curse, but it's actually a blessing because whatever in the heck was going on wasn't working and it wasn't going to. So Capricorn, whatever's leaving your life, whatever's being stripped away, whatever's being broken down it was not going to give you the life that you wanted, the health that you wanted. But what you do from here on out matters. You're rebuilding something new and you rebuild it in different ways, like with this Seven of Hearts, different ways that are more in alignment with you, okay? And maybe that means cutting out a lot of excess fluff. And hey, maybe that's what it is, but that's not where your focus should have been anyway, right? Spirit is honing your focus and you're building something new here, Capricorn. So don't give up on yourself. I feel like bouncing it off a couple different sounding boards though, before you settle on one path or this way of doing things. Trying things before you settle on just one way. Okay, I really feel that strongly for Capricorn. That's where your power is going to be at the most advantage this week for you, Capricorn. Thank you. And welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I am just doing readings here. Hi, Pam. Hi, Karen. Welcome in, girls. I'm moving through the Zodiac. Let's see who's next. I'm not going to get caught up chit-chatting. Oh, boy. I know I've got a few of you here. Aquarius. I know I've got a couple of my Aquarius friends here. Hi, Aquarius. I'm trying to give it to you without that light. Yeah, well, you know, one day I'll be back in a studio and it'll be nice, okay? But until now, we're doing these right here. And they're just as good, right? Because Spirit shows up no matter what. Whether I'm in my vehicle, whether I'm in the park, whether I'm in my home or in my studio, Spirit shows up. Keith. Hi, Keith. Fantastic. I'm so glad that you had a wonderful birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to you, Keith. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Aw, Karen. Karen, darling, we did Taurus first. Taurus was first, followed by Capricorn. Those are the only two readings I've done. So you can totally catch yours on the replay, Miss Karen, or you can keep listening for other people in your life this week, kind of see how their week is going to go. That's called cross-watching, not psychic snooping. Aquarius. Aquarius. Let's see that energy. Come on. We're using the Light Seers Tarot the right way now here. Oh, what's going on with this? Aquarius. I'm going to get your lesson card. No offense, but it looks like there might be a little bit of drama going on this week, Aquarius. Or you might be suspicious of some people in your life. With good reason, I always want to say. If you feel funny and you didn't feel funny before, it's for a good reason, okay? You have some reason to feel funny. Whoa. Whoa, I can't make this up. The card is trust. Holy shit. Wow. You either trust them or you don't. Something's fishy's going on. I don't know what's going on, Aquarius. Let's get there. Let's get there. Now, this could be at work or at home. Take it wherever it lands in your life, Aquarius. So the card that you have as far as your energy is the Seven of Swords. See how I say there's something sneaky going on this week with Aquarius? What is this? Okay. You're welcome, Keith. Yeah, so there's something sneaky going on. Now, this could be someone else in your life who's sneaking around but dropping little tiny breadcrumbs that you could pick up on. Or I even feel for some of you, this is someone at work who's not following the rules, who's taking extra breaks, slacking off, whatever this is. And this is you going, excuse me, hello, I need to tell my boss because we're all getting paid to be here and that person is doing things wrong. Okay, so whatever this could be at work or at home, and not, this might not necessarily be you. I feel how for some Aquarius, you could be, you know, maybe just trying to mind your business or even keeping something close to your chest that's nobody else's fucking business. You can do that, okay? And somebody else could be kind of snooping on you and trying to see what you're up to, okay? And then gossiping because, you know, when you're doing things and you're not sharing all of yourself with other people, like I feel how Aquarius, some people might want to talk about you and be like, whoa, what's Aquarius up to? Have you heard anything? Oh, I haven't heard anything. But I see that they're doing X, Y, or Z on social media, blah, 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 right? This is kind of crazy. So what is going on, Aquarius? I want to say, keep your friends close and other people the heck away from you. You know, there's no enemies closer. All right. Why in the hell do you want your enemies closer to you? Okay. I kind of feel a little bit like this. So let's get into the lesson. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So let's talk about this. The inner voice that says something's fishy going on with this person going over here, right? That inner voice that says, I think they're up to no good. I think my partner's cheating. I think my partner's using. I think this person is stealing money. You know, whatever this could be, we're all different people. You know what it is for you. Even if I said it, you're going to go, nah, not my partner. No, not that person, right? Because we never want to think that other people are bad people. Like, especially when you're a good person, you don't want to even think that other people could be that dastardly, right? But I feel like dastardly vibes, okay? And it's okay to be skeptical. So listen to the inner voice if it tells you not to trust somebody. Listen to the inner voice if it tells you someone else is up to nonsense, shenanigans, okay? And listen to the inner voice if it tells you to stay away. Listening to the inner voice that tells you not to share all your business with those other people that might be gossips. Or they might just be trying to know what's going on with you without the real intention of being, you know, a comrade of yours, right? I feel how that fake friendship, the frenemies, or we can have frenemies in our family, okay? And I'm feeling something like this here. Like sometimes I just can't share my stuff with you guys. And it's okay because I trust me and I trust my inner voice more than I trust whatever it is that you tell me or have told me in the past. Okay. So I kind of feel how Aquarius really needs to, just run things by the moral compass this week. Whether it be other people's actions and behaviors or your own. Because, like, we're not all innocent bystanders. You know what I mean? Sometimes we get up to no good, too. And I just want to say that that's never going to serve you. If you're doing something that you can't be upfront on the surface about, then maybe you should reevaluate the way that you're doing things. because that causes a disruption in your energy, conflict, tension in your energy, and that will resonate experiences in your life that try to draw that shit out into the surface, I'll tell you. So you might as well get right with it if you feel weird about it. But if you don't feel weird about it, fuck what other people think or feel. Right from spirit. Oh boy, Aquarius. You think spirit said that? Yes. I'm a channel, baby. Oh, there's your thing. Hold on now. Hold on. What's the card for Aquarius? Loving it. Loving it, Aquarius. Queen of Hearts. Ooh, this gives me chills. Okay, the Queen of Hearts. Now, the Queen of Hearts, okay, court cards can be people in our life. I've got coffee and water. I've got coffee and water, baby. That's what I have. Thank you. So, Aquarius, the court cards can always be people in our lives. So this whole scenario that we're talking about, having to do with some shady person or you trusting your intuition around this, it could have to do with a female, okay? It could have to do with a female in your life who, you know, you are connected with, but it may not, okay? I just want to say it may be, but it may not be. This might be you not being willing to take advantage of anymore, right? Being taken advantage of any longer. Oh gosh, I think my dog is tangled up. Aquarius, I'm sorry. You've got to pause a sec. My dog's tangled. I got to go help her. Sorry guys, I just have like this dorky dog that's dorky like me. And she's on a lead in my front yard and she gets herself all wrapped up and then gets stuck somewhere. So she can't move anymore because she winds around and everything else. Yes, it's crazy. All right, so now this could be a woman in your life who wants everybody to think that she's all nicey nice, but you know better, okay? And that's okay. You don't have to like prove that to everyone else. That's what I feel with this sounding board here is like, no way, I'm pulling your covers. I'm telling everybody that you ain't what you say you are, right? But in fact, you don't have to. Just knowing is enough, and positioning yourself in life and containing your energy is enough. Yes. The Queen of Hearts is a court card. Meaning she has a face and she could be a person. Yeah, that's what I meant. So it could be a person in your life, but it could also be you no longer being willing to be taken advantage of any longer. Okay. No way. I'm not loaning you money because I think you're up to no good. You know, this kind of thing. And I want to say that the Queen of Hearts is loving and giving and nurturing. However, she sometimes can be an overgiver. Okay, so Spirit is saying to use your discernment as far as giving or overgiving, especially in situations where you feel wrong about it. Just stop. Don't do it anymore. That is the boundary and the lesson that you need to learn. Okay, is, you know what? I don't feel good about this. I don't really trust you either. And I'm not going to do whatever it is you're asking, or it feels like a nicety, you know, like a social nicety, something like this. Oh, wow. Leanne, she says maybe an actual court. A court card. Okay. So I want to say this one more thing about the Queen of Hearts, that for Aquarius here is that the Queen of Hearts knows what love feels like, knows what healthy love feels like. Okay. So when you're getting dissonance, disillusionment, it feels way off. It feels... It clashes, right? So that's really a good indicator for your intuition. You know, when you're experiencing healthy love and you're able to feel that vibration of energy, and then you have somebody who comes at you with something else, it's pretty obvious, okay? And Spirit is saying to earmark that kind of a feeling because it will serve you well in the future. Aquarius, that's for you. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Sorry for the dings. I'm just going to put my window down. It's kind of hot. Loving it. I'm so glad you guys are vibing with the readings you resonate with. That's great. Hello, hello. No, I haven't. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Karma. Yeah, I've only done Taurus, Capricorn, and Aquarius. And the next will be Pisces. Pisces. All right, Pisces. Pisces energy. Wow. I felt the pain roll across like my neck, my shoulder. But I know I have pain anyway, here or there, but it came through with Pisces. Like, oh, Pisces, sending love to your pain if you're struggling with pain. I do know a Pisces that sometimes does. Look, I'm really feeling an imbalance of energy for Pisces right like now. So I just want to say for the week ahead, try to be balanced in your schedule, okay? Because sometimes your mind wants to do way more than your body can keep up with, all right? So factor that in, all right? Slow and steady wins the race, okay? I feel like slow and steady wins the race, and keeping up a good, healthy pace is something to be proud of, rather than like running as fast as you can and thinking that you can just do that forever. Pisces, what does Pisces need to hear from this? Pisces energy for the week ahead, Spirit. It's here. All right. Well, that's nice. I'm liking this. Okay, so you've got the Six of Cups that has come up for you, Pisces. And on the bottom of the deck, I'm going to give you this High Priestess. Number 2, the High Priestess. This one is just letting me know that you're getting downloads, like intuitive downloads, upgrades. You're probably having some kind of dreams or something like this. So start journaling these things down if you desire to embrace that part of your own spiritual practice or whatever. I feel how that might benefit you, okay? Just a lot of things going on as far as in the third eye and for Pisces, okay? So I feel how if you're interested, it's there for you. Maybe you have a really active dream time. Maybe you've got some loved ones who are popping into your dream time with this Six of Cups this week. So this is like people of the past that may be coming into your life, okay? With the dreams, I kind of feel like in your dream time, you may be dreaming with your loved ones in the spirit world or something like this. Allow that to happen. They will be positive, happy, healthy dreams. If they are true encounters with our loved ones on the other side, they're not going to scare you. Believe me, they know you've been through enough, all right? So I just want to give that to the Pisces who can receive it, okay? It's not for everyone, but keep it if it's yours. And I feel this Six of Cups, this could be like someone coming into your life from the past. Sometimes it is. I don't feel like that's what it really means. I feel like this is you this week, Pisces, looking around at the people that you're connected to and also yourself and kind of charting your progress and being like, remember when we were young and inexperienced? Remember all the things we've been through that have gotten us to who we are now? And how do I feel about who we are now? You know, I that's what I feel from this card for Pisces this week. I feel like Pisces is kind of going to take a little trip down memory lane or whatever. You've got a card. A little trip down memory lane and take a look and say, okay, well, how are people progressing? You know what I mean? Do I like the way that my life is as opposed to where I've been working towards my life going? This kind of thing. Now, the soul's lesson for Pisces says worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Wow. Okay. So this could be something like, I've been worried about people, or I was worried about how they turned out before, you know, or how they were going to turn out, but look at how things are now. I feel much more so, honestly, I feel like Pisces is at a point where you're just ready to put everyone else and their problems down. Like, you've carried a lot of people and a lot of things for a really long time. And I feel like now you're ready to just say, okay, I'll bet that the universe has everybody else. And I'm just going to worry about me and what I can do for me and how I can focus on me. Okay, I feel how maybe you're reminiscing a little bit about the times in which you've strayed down other paths for other people's reasonings, you know, instead of your own. And I feel how, I know it doesn't line up with worry, but I just feel how Pisces is really wanting to put other people's stresses, chaos, drama away. I can't even think about it, guys. I can't look at it. I can't think. Yeah, let it go. All done. I can see Lucy right here. So yeah, that's what I feel for Pisces. Like, you are ready. And I want to say, like, just so you know, you're not like a bitch, okay? Am I a total bitch? I just want to give I don't want to care about anyone else anymore. No, you're creating a boundary, okay? You're creating an emotional boundary around how drawn into other people's energies you'll allow yourself to get. And realistically, it's not mean to say, whoa, I'm backing off. I need to focus on what I have going on, because that's where you're really going to thrive, okay? It's when we've been focused outward for way too long that when we begin focusing on ourselves again, it feels very weird, right? Kind of like you're cheating on your boyfriend. But that is not the case, okay? You're allowed to take care of yourself first. You're allowed to take care of yourself first. Some people are not exactly comfortable with that because they were never allowed to take care of themselves first. They had to cater to other people, you know, their elders or their siblings or whomever this could have been, for so long that when we begin to embody our own energy and make our own decisions and keep ourselves first in mind so that we can feel healthier, be our better selves for everyone else in our lives, okay, it feels a little weird and funny. It feels a little bit wrong. But you push past that, because it's never wrong to take care of yourself. It's never wrong to love yourself. So you push past that, Pisces. Now you've got the Five of Diamonds. We're talking about this for a reason, okay? So this Five of Diamonds says don't loan anybody any money this week. Okay? Like, and in fact, you may be a little bit worried how somebody who's always been there for you is kind of shutting you out. I can see that for some Pisces here. Like, but it's okay for people to, you know, not be connected all the time forever. Okay, this Five of Diamonds speaks about lack of support in your physical environment. And, you know, worrying about things won't change it. Action will change it. I feel like the lack of support is necessary for you to see who people really are, so you can begin pulling your energy away from theirs without feeling so bad about it. So, let's just say this real quick. Someone rings you up. Hey, Pisces, haven't talked to you in 5 or 10 years, but I've missed you. How you doing, girl? By the way, I'm in this horrible situation and I could really use a grand or two if you could just help me out. This says don't do it, especially if you're worried about the scenario. Okay, like, I haven't heard from you in a while and I am not exactly sure. Like, I really don't know if I feel comfortable with this. Okay, sometimes we must make these decisions to say no, even though it would be really cool to be the nice guy and say yes, right? But if it's not the right thing to do, sometimes we just have to bite the bullet and say no. All right, so I really feel how allowing other people's problems to be their problems and closing the door and not feeling bad about it, okay? That is what it is, because some people want to use your feelings against you to make you do what they want you to do because you can't stand feeling bad, okay? But feelings will pass. Feelings are only feelings, and that person can get resourceful and go down their list to the next person, the next person, the next person. They come to you first because you're easy, or you have been in the past, okay? So this card says, remember the times when maybe they weren't there for you, okay? I'm sorry to say this, but there have been times when people weren't there for you, right, Pisces, and you survived. So too will others in your life if you don't bail them out. That's what I feel for this week. Pisces. Woo. I hope that helps you. Let's see who's next. Hold on, let me sip my coffee. Thank you guys for hanging in here with me. Leo. Leo's next. I'm going to get Leo cards. Leo. What's going on with Leo this week? So I feel like there is a lack of cohesion between the head and the heart. I just want to say this just a tiny bit for some Leos this week. Hi Ashley Marie. I'm doing okay. How are you, darling? And you're welcome, Lucy. Yes, I'm just doing zodiac readings on this video. I will put the timestamps in the comments for the replay, guys. But on this one, we're just flying through them. So Leo, I just feel like some Leos kind of have a disconnect between the head and the heart. And that's okay, like temporarily. I feel like you're experiencing new situations maybe, and it might be throwing you off a little bit. And you're kind of running it by like one thing first before it really settles and runs by the other thing. But I really feel like the other thing, it's not exactly going to be, like I can't, you know, some things are good right now, but like they're not going to be good next week or next month, okay? I don't know. Leo, maybe something's phasing out, or you're just trying something new right now, you know, or trying something a little different. Look, yeah, I got to give you this one. The Eight of Swords. That one's tried to come out twice now. That's your card. So the Eight of Swords speaks about where you might be restricted or feel confined in your life. Okay, so I absolutely love this depiction. So swords are mental energies, okay? And as you can see, this lady, she's looking in the mirror and she's fine. She's like healthy, but she sees herself as trapped. She sees her circumstances as binding to her. She's blind. She can't get out. She can't do what she wants to do. But in reality, she could stand up and walk away from the whole scenario, the mirror. She could walk away from that distorted mirror. That's what it is. Leo, I feel like you're currently reflecting yourself against a distorted mirror. All right. And that's the head and the heart. It's not lining up, but that's okay because it's not forever. This is only a short period of time or a temporary experience, something like this. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I have to go save someone. Welcome to my crazy life, you guys. Seriously. Welcome to my crazy life. There was a pet in between the screen and the front door. I'm like, he's fine. Yeah, so, all right, Leo, let's see. Did you just see how I had to jump up and go save somebody and it turned out, you know, like everything's fine? Okay, I really feel how that might have something to do with this here. Okay? Everything happens for a reason. Spirit speaks in many different ways, and I feel like, Leo, sometimes people perpetuate crisis to keep you drawn in to save them, you know, or to always be their shoulder to cry on, or the person to go to, or whatever this is. I kind of feel like there could be a person in your life who kind of self-perpetuates drama and draws you into that, and that can make you feel less than free, right? Make you feel a little burdened. But again, I feel like this is only a temporary thing. Like maybe you're just visiting, or it's just like a project you're working on or something like this. I feel like it's a temporary thing. Maybe you're just going to get tired of it and move your lovely energy away from this, Leo. So what is the lesson for Leo this week? Wow, regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Okay, so maybe that's why you're somewhat compliant to somebody else, because you regret the past in some capacity. Hey, stop. That could be something that's going on. You have fears that might be holding you back from really stretching and changing the situation. This feels a little heavy, Leo. It's never the right answer to pull in and to stop shining and to stop sharing and to stop being you. It's never the right answer to do that. So what does Leo need to hear this week? Being okay with other people having their own feelings and you not having to change those feelings. You know, sometimes we're more comfortable when everybody's happy, right? But then, like, if somebody's not happy, you know, then I kind of feel how sometimes we'll be like, oh my God, what do you need? You know, let me help you. Do you need money? Do you need a hug? Do you need lunch? You know, what is it? What is it? Maybe they need to feel their feelings. Maybe they just need to be dissatisfied. Some people just are, okay? I'm mad and I don't need you to make me happy. Just let me be fucking mad, okay? Sometimes, and that can make a beautiful, loving Leo feel really weird because like, oh my God, you just want to sit in that energy? What do you mean? You know, let me help you change that somehow, but we can't change everyone. And sometimes we're not supposed to. We're just supposed to change ourselves in relationship to them or in that moment. You know what I mean? So what does Leo need to hear? I feel how someone might be on your last nerve here and there. I just want to say, if you're like a supervisor at work or you're in a position where you just need to step away to just breathe, do that. Just go to the bathroom, step away, even if whatever it is that you're encountering seems like really nonsensical. Like, I just can't even believe I'm dealing with this jackass right now. Like, that's what I really feel. Just step away and breathe and know that everything is temporary and this too shall pass. Now, what does Leo need to hear from the regular role-playing card deck? Spirit. Oh, yeah. All right. On the bottom. Wow. How many people have gotten this? This is the second time. Jack of Clubs. Okay, so this is about seizing the moment, in the moment, embracing the moment for what you need to use it for. All right, lest you regret it. These came up together. Holy shit. Now, Leo, they're coming up for you. Okay, so this week, a window of opportunity is going to open up where you have the ability to say something, to do something differently than you usually do, okay? And you've encountered this before. It's like you encounter this lesson and you go, oh my God, I should say this or do this. And then all these fears flood in and you go, oh my God, how dare I can't possibly, no, it's not the time. I'm not ready. I'm not whatever, right? So then you shrink back into this and then you're in this pattern of this, okay? And then here you come this week. You're going to have that opportunity to do something, say something differently this time again, okay? But do it this time. Do it this time. And it's not just for you. It's also for other people too. I mean, do you think other people want to go through life living that way? Okay, I feel how whatever oppression or aversion you are feeling from this whole scenario, like you have the potential to help it change in like for the person and whom else they may encounter in the future. You know what I mean? Like a ripple effect that's going to be passed along further than just this interaction between the two of you. I hope this is making a lot of sense. I really feel like Leo just needs to see that happen and say the thing, do the thing, advocate. It may not even be nearly as big of a deal as you feel it is, okay? But you know, that if you feel it's a really big deal, that's usually exactly where you need to focus, okay? Leo, send in love. Whew. Getting right through these, and it's getting warmer. Cancer's next. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Tanya. Yes, I am just moving through the Zodiacs right now. We're going to read for Cancer here. Cancer. I'm going to go ahead and get you a Light Seer Tarot Cancer for the week ahead. The energy for the week ahead. Oh, it's this one. And we're going to get you a Soul's Journey Lesson card. Cancer. And when you come back on the replay, I'll have the timestamps here, guys. But if you're riding this out on the live with me, you are real deal. No, I have not done Scorpio. Saying it's on the bottom. Wow. Holy smokes. And a regular playing card for Cancer. This one. All right, so Cancer. The card that you have for this week, as far as the energy, is the Ace of Cups. So this can be speaking to your personal emotional experience, you know, making sure that you're tending to your heart needs, making sure that you're caring for your own emotions, right? And staying away from things that are bad for you, embracing things that are good for you. Maybe this is really new in your life, okay? I kind of feel how Cancer has the tendency to get lost in other people or big experiences, and there's a new feeling here, kind of like what's next, or like I'm starting something a little new and I'm not quite sure where it's going to go, or I'm doing things a different way now. I really feel this here. Thank you, Karma. I'm doing things a different way now. Now the lesson, the Soul's Journey lesson, is death. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. Okay, so it could be that Cancer has lost someone. It could be that Cancer is really in that state of energy right now of reminiscing what has left the life or been lost, or this could be a breakup. It could even be like a job loss, or I sold my home. You know, these kinds of things that are near and dear to our heart, but maybe have left our lives, or maybe we have something new beginning. So I just feel kind of like an all or nothing vibe here with Cancer. I really feel like Cancer is asserting a certain standard in their lives, and it's like, nope, I'm not budging. This is what I want, and if it's less than that, then it's, you know, it's discarded with this Death card. That's what I feel here, is that, you know, I believe that Cancer this week feels like they've earned their spot at the table, and that they don't want to put up with any more nonsense, right? I just want to be happy. That's what I feel here. Cancer just wants to be happy. Cancer just wants to do the right things necessary to be happy, and it seems like they thought that they probably have been, and they find, you know, still a little bit of strife. So I feel Cancer gearing up even more strongly. Okay, so you've got the Jack of Diamonds here. And the Jack of Diamonds is about progress in the right direction. Okay, so every good choice, every healthy alternative, every time you choose to pull away from something that's toxic and embrace something that's healthy or even neutral instead, okay, that is a win. So I want to remind Cancer, baby steps in the right direction all count. Okay, so if you're working on something that's just near and dear to your heart, something's new, something's budding, the energy that you put towards it is what's going to help it flourish, right? So carving out that time for something that's a priority is what's going to keep it active and alive and healthy in your life. I really feel also when we're cutting things away, this Jack of Diamonds speaks about not burning bridges, okay? Doing things the right way, giving the 2 weeks notice, not just walking off the job, right? These things, Cancer, you want to have, you know, changes, so then set them out firmly. Speak on these so that everyone knows the expectation, and then move into that way of being on that path, right? That's what I feel here for Cancer, being steadfast in choosing the healthiest alternatives that are in alignment with the future that you see yourself stepping into. That's what I see for Cancer here. Just making sure, like, I really feel Cancer is going to be on top of it this week for whatever reason, and that's good. Just make sure that that you're holding that standard of health for your own well-being, your own happiness, and that you're also giving that to others as well. Okay, with this Jack of Diamonds, it's like a mutual beneficial card. It's not like I'm burning you and F off and I don't care how you feel. It's like, look, we're going to do things better, and if you aren't on board, then I'm just going to go my own separate way with this. Cancer. Thank you, thank you. I'm actually doing Zodiac forecasts, just Zodiac readings on this video only, but I do have a live scheduled for Thursday and also Saturday. So you can catch me on those open days for readings, individual readings, but right now I'm just doing the Zodiac forecast. So I am going to jump in with the next one, which will be Gemini. Gemini is going to be next. So Gemini, I'm going to grab your cards. There we go. Loving that. I'm feeling into the energy of Gemini, and I was just feeling like something is shifting. Maybe not nearly as fast as you hoped that it would. I feel how, you know, we want what we want, and we want it right now. However, I feel how something is really shifting for Gemini, and it's important to harness the potential as you are stepping into this week ahead. So keep on top of the things that you're doing to walk yourself into the energy that you want to be in, Gemini, because like I kind of said earlier, is that, you know, those are the things that are going to make it happen for you. Is when I'm intentional about what I'm doing, it's going to take me here, and that's what's going to happen. But when I don't really have a clear goal or destination, I'm kind of floating around and just hoping that something occurs, right? When you know what you want and you're working towards it, then you're you're so much more likely to actually get there. That's what I'm feeling for Gemini. I feel like really wrapping your head around a process that you need to follow, even every day, that adds to the quality of your life. Like, this is going to be beneficial for you. So the card that you have here is Major Arcana number 10, the Wheel. This is about the cycles of life and the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor, Gemini. I have not done Libra yet. Nope. So Gemini, you recognize the darker patterns of life and the lighter patterns of life. You know what to let go of that doesn't really work for you anymore. And you know what to embody that you know should get you where you want to go. However, the lesson this week is failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So I'm loving this. I feel like you want something to shift, right? And I said it is shifting. Sometimes we make mistakes or we have perceived failures or setbacks and we let them stop us. I just want to remind Gemini never to let the setbacks stop you, okay? It's the universe letting you know that there's a different way to do that, a different way to do something. Okay, or maybe something that needs omitted and not even worried about at all, right? Sometimes we have failures because that's not a part of the plan for ourselves, okay? So I feel how, Gemini, come up with a plan and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to fail, all right? The only person who never failed is the person who never tried to do anything at all. Hold on one moment. Okay, so Gemini, let's get you a playing card. Four of Diamonds. Okay, so Four of Diamonds, this too is also about like downsizing. It could be about saving money. I do feel like not loaning money, okay, obviously. But I feel more so that your success is not based on adding more things. Like if you're trying to be successful in your, you know, in your business or in your relationships or in your physical health or whatever, it's not necessarily about adding more things. It's about what do you need to take away, Gemini. I feel how Gemini wants this shift. It wants something to change here, has maybe been working towards it, whatever, but these cards indicate that this week, it's better not to add more things, but to see what you can remove and what you can take away so that you're more in alignment with your goal. Sometimes we need to take away our time that is not spent well. You know, oh man, I'm watching too much TV. Let me remove that so that I can be more productive in my life. Whatever the case, I feel like something can be removed or downsized or let go of so that you can continue to ascend in positive ways, Gemini. And don't let doubt hold you back. Because we're always going to have fears, right? Anytime we try to do anything at all, especially if it's worth any substance, we have fears, and that's totally normal. The fear is not going to go away so that then you can step in and do the thing and, oh, I'm fearless now, I'm just going to do it when the fear is gone. You only become fearless when you've done it enough to shake those fucking fears out, right? You've proved it to yourself that you can get through that thing. So what I see here, Gemini, is you really starting something with tenacity, all right? And not letting fear or doubt hold you back, and removing and omitting whatever else doesn't line up with this new goal that you're really walking towards. Gemini, that's awesome. Welcome in, Gina. Hello, Tara. Welcome in. Good to see you guys. I'm just doing Zodiac readings. The timestamps will be added on the replay, so you can come back and watch your readings on the replay. I'm just doing Zodiac readings, and I have one. I'm over halfway through. I will tell you who we've already read for. Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Leo, Cancer, and Gemini have all been read for already. Sagittarius is next. Sag. Let's see what your energy is this week, Sagittarius. And you know what, guys? I miss doing the elements. I'm going to do the elements next week, I think. But that's something where I need, like, my landscape set up, you know? But, man, I really like doing it that way. Fire signs, earth signs, air signs, water signs. All right. So it looks like Sagittarius might be starting something new or really focusing on a physical project, maybe some money. Hey, enough! My dog. She's so mouthy, right? I'm like, where did you get that from? I'm like so quiet. You guys wouldn't even know this. I am so introverted and quiet and shy. So I'm only talking to you because you're just here on my... My dog is so mouthy. I just don't know where she got that from. Okay. Sagittarius has 2 soul lessons this week. Sag. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so Sagittarius, stop. Sagittarius, you've got the Page of Pentacles showing up for you as far as the energy this week, okay? So this is very focused on something physical, tangible, or material, okay? So this person has her hood up, eyes are closed, her face is turned to the side. She's not looking to see what other people are doing, okay? She's standing on one foot inside of this intricate circle, and she's trying to balance this pentacle. So a lot of focus going on. So Sagittarius, this is you buckling down on your priorities, what you have going on with your physical self or with your money to make things happen in your life, right? This person desires more. They don't just want to do this forever, but they know if I do this for now, that it's gonna add to the quality of this in the future, right? It's gonna grow and compound. So that's what I have. Thank you, Sagittarius. This is the energy for this week, and in fact, it's healthy to focus on yourself and what you have going on, at least at this time. Now, your soul lessons came out like this. Okay, so gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So gratitude was upright, but imagination was reversed. So that says something different. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So imagination being in reverse kind of tells me that there may be better ways of doing this or easier routes of doing this that you haven't quite thought of yet. Okay, so this, see how, remember, that's a lot of work. They're doing it exactly this way because that's tried and true, the way that I know it's going to be done, or the only way that I can think of. But instead, if I could think outside the box or bounce it off somebody else, then there might be a different way, a better way. Okay, I really feel how this lack of imagination, which is not typically the case for Sagittarius, maybe you just don't, maybe you're reluctant. Maybe this lack of imagination is a reluctance to accept something that you don't like. I kind of feel this here. So again, reevaluate, revisit, because it may make things easier for you. Okay, if you decide to do it that way, or listen to the voice of reason from the frenemy that you don't care for, or whatever, right? I'm kind of feeling something like this. Like, I could be biased because of the source. I consider the source, fuck that message. Okay, and maybe the message is great and you can just discount the source and use it to your advantage to make your life easier. Okay, that's what I feel for Sagittarius. Now let's just get here real quick. I'm gonna get here with the gratitude. 3 of Spades. Okay, so the 3 of Spades typically means heartache, heartbreak, grief, infidelity. Sometimes it's third-party cheating. Okay, so I just want to say here that if Sagittarius happens to stumble across some interesting situation that seems rather, you know, incriminating, and someone tries to explain it away, like, don't allow that. Okay, I just want to say that. This, like, especially with the imagination being reversed, if you think someone's cheating on you, lying, cheating, stealing, this kind of thing, if somebody is hurting you, it's not your imagination. It is an actual challenge for you to deal with in your life. Okay, like, I just have to say that real quick. I kind of feel how you're focused on, you know, the next, maybe you're just trying to make ends meet, you know, or maybe you're trying to lose weight, or you're trying to do whatever this new physical thing is. But this 3 of Spades can be about pain. Okay, so I just want to say, if someone else is causing you pain, dealing with that first and foremost, and not like explaining it away, would definitely benefit you. Okay, because look, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. I mean, would you rather know someone's a scumbag now or later? And I'm not saying you're dealing with scumbags, Sagittarius, but you might be, okay? You might be. Would you rather know that something's bad now or after you've invested a lot of time, effort, energy into it? Okay, I kind of feel how not allowing, oh, I'm explaining this away, or it must be in my imagination, or I don't even know why I feel this way. I don't know why I should feel. Your feelings are very valid, so pay attention to them, okay? Now, I also want to say, I do feel a little bit of introspection, maybe even about the past, okay? Recognizing that even your tough experiences of the past made you the badass individual that you are today now, Sagittarius, right? Okay, and you're taking what you need with you into the future, but not everything, okay? You don't have to be a badass, you know, you don't have to be so rough and tough and hard-edged all the time, but there may have been a period of your life where this was required of you, right? So I just want to say to make peace with those things, be grateful for what you've got in the toolbox, but don't necessarily wear it on the outside of your toolbox all the time right now. That's what I have for Sagittarius. I hope that makes sense. And I really, really hope that you are not dealing with like super duper challenging situations like we kind of discussed here, because that's pretty heavy. But if it's the case, better to know now and move it along with your own accord and your free will choice than to not know, right? And continue investing in something that's not right. Okay, let's see who's next. You guys are awesome. Scorpio. Someone asked about Scorpio. You still here? Scorpio's next. Let's see. Scorpio. Stop. My dog. Doesn't she know I'm live? Doesn't she know I'm working? Scorpio. I'm feeling some fleeting pains in my body here, like my right knee, my actually like my elbow, my shoulder, a couple of different joint pains, this and that. So I'm sending you love, hoping that you're not dealing with much of that this week. Okay, so Scorpio, I'm just going to give you something real quick, and this is not for everyone, but take it as it resonates here. So you do have the High Priestess showing up for you, Major Arcana number 2, the High Priestess, which is a very intuitive card. Now, as I was speaking about those fleeting pains that I was feeling in my body, that may or may not belong to you, Scorpio. You too, in your everyday life this week, as you're moving about, may be perceiving different aches, pains, ailments, even moods and attitudes that are not your own, okay, that belong to those in your environment, and you are picking that up and absorbing that energetically, and it is embodied, and that is what I feel for some Scorpios. So pay attention to this. Any suspicious feelings or sensations that, you know, just come upon you, and then, you know, especially if it's not something very typical of yourself, okay? So pay attention to this, Scorpio, this week, because I feel like you may be really wide open and be resonating with other people's energy, and then kind of absorbing and embodying what they have going on, okay? That is me, all of them. Knee, shoulder, wrist, and back. Wow, Ashley Marie is sending you so much love, honey. But is it all your pain, or is it your pain that's being pinged and triggered and exacerbated by other people's around you as well? I feel like there are other people in your physical experience that could potentially be sharing those symptoms with you. Whether you believe this or not, this is an energetic dimension, man, and it does happen that way. So, Ashley, I'm sending you love to your pain. And I'm hoping you love yourself right through that. Wow. Whoa. I can't make this up. Look at this look at this stuff. That's the card. Health. Oh my God. That's incredible. That's incredible. I'm telling you, spirit shows up no matter what, and I am grateful. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. But it's normal for me to have pains, right? I know it, girl. We were just talking this morning about loving your pain and sending love to your pain, because sometimes we can really hate our pain, and we can hate the body parts that are connected to that pain. You know what I mean? And hate is a strong emotion, and it's dense energy. So loving yourself even through your aches and pains and this and that. But darling, that's not like your whole message. Remember, I'm speaking about being hypersensitive and as an empath would be, and feeling extra sensitive to the environment. Now that could actually rub off as pain and ailments, right? But also attitudes and moods and feelings that might overcome you, right? You may receive those from other people that are in your proximity. And I feel how it's important to pull away and go to the restroom regularly and call your energy all back to you. Pull it in tight. Imagine your auric boundary, okay? Imagine that your auric boundary is like a ball gown that's down and around your feet, and pull it all in until you have this beautiful ball gown that's nice around you there, okay? Wow, I've been having health pains for the last 2 years, and doctor don't know what's wrong with my bones and pains. All right. Well, Ashley, I feel like you're sensing into other people, but also like we can intuitively sense our past loved ones in ways that can cause us pain. And that is really what I feel here. I feel like, dang girl, like you are tapped and you're experiencing a lot of extra energy. Okay, so let's call that energy all back to you regularly every day, all right? And send anyone else's energy back to them, because I'm still talking to Scorpio here now. Sometimes we care so deeply about other people, about worldly problems, about happenings, that we carry it with us, and it makes our energy heavy, okay? So we've got to send anyone else's energy back to themselves, okay? We can't carry people with us. What are we going to do? We can't save them, okay? So we've got to send it back to them, call our energy back to us, and ask Spirit to release God, source, creator, higher power, higher self, whoever you pray to. That's who helps you with your practices, okay? So the God of your understanding, just, hey man, release anything that's not serving me, okay? Anything energetic that I could stand to let go of, just take it away. I may not know what it is, but you know what it is, right? Because God is all knowing, right? So please just take it away and fill me with divine love and light. Fill me with divine white light. Fill me with highest vibrational energy possible. God energy, source energy. Fill me with that instead of whatever else I might be carrying, because I didn't know any better than to pick it up. Reinforcing your energy in this way. Thank you. I will take more bathroom breaks to get my energy back. Yes, I really feel like that's important. And honey, listen, shielding yourself. Putting, I know this just sounds silly like words, but it really does add a layer of protection to the extra sensitive individual. Okay, so putting bricks, a whole wall of bricks around your energy before you go to work or in challenging situations. Maybe you want to use like metal armor, like a knight's shield, right? Armor around your auric boundary. Maybe you want to ask Archangel Michael to step in with his mighty sword and do whatever he needs to do to make your energy as protected and as healthy as possible, right? This is sometimes what we need to do, because we feel these things more deeply than maybe other people do, or it weighs on us a little bit more heavily. And I'm telling you, when you do it and you begin to maintain this regularly, you'll realize how much better you feel when you're able to send everyone else's energy back to them, call your own back to you, release anything that's weighing you down or that's not good for you, and filling yourself with source energy, untainted energy, divine white light, whatever is right. Filling yourself with love. Just filling yourself with love is a beautiful, beautiful practice. So, Scorpio. Okay, yeah, that's the other thing. Now, maybe it would be a good idea for you to kind of make little memo notes on your phone or on a little notepad, if that's convenient, of the little fleeting aches, pains, ailments, feelings that might come through you, because sometimes paying attention to who we've been around, where we've been, or what we've been doing that may then cause that kind of a discomfort to come to the surface can really help us pinpoint those kinds of connections. Okay, so Scorpio, you got the Two of Spades here. And the Two of Spades can be procrastination. It can be refusing to see. Okay, so I really feel like seeing your way out of this situation might be what Spirit's calling on here. Okay, because like, look at this High Priestess that you have. Her eyes are closed, but they're kind of open because she can see intuitively, right? But they're closed. This Two of Spades is about taking the blindfold off and seeing something that you may not have been able to see just yet. Now, again, I'm coming back to the body in pain is not going to heal if you're begrudging it. Okay, so I hate this body. I hate this pain. I hate all the body parts that don't work right. We need to love those. I mean, realistically, love those parts of yourself. And I can feel even an aversion from that. And it's more than that. Parts that you don't care for. Spirit is saying, love every part, because it takes every part to be the whole of who you are, right? And that body will take you everywhere you're going to go for your whole entire lifetime. And you, if anything, know what all you've been through. So those aches and pains and those parts that hurt, instead of hating them, love them, because you know why they hurt. You know what they've been through. And you're the one who can bring that love and that care. Coddle yourself energetically. Send light into those tender spaces. My dog barking at other dogs. Sorry, guys. So Scorpio, I feel like seeing yourself in a different state of being. Seeing yourself happy and enjoying life, even with the current circumstances that seem stifling to you. Work on that this week, because this is not the all. This is not how it'll only ever be, okay? Spirit is saying you've got to see a change inside. You've got to visualize that change, and it's going to manifest into your outer reality. Hey, quit, loudmouth. Scorpio. Okay, who's next? Libra. Libra's next. Libra. Whoop, there you go. Well, no, my dog is tethered, but there was another dog walking by on a leash, so, you know, they had to say something to each other. All right, Libra. Libra, you've got the Queen of Swords showing up as your energy for this week, okay? And the Queen of Swords, great energy to have. Very focused on what's going on with yourself, okay? Your plan, sticking to the plan of your future, the future that you desire to see, okay? And even the present moment. Like, look, this Queen, her cup here is underneath her, and it has bars in front of it. So the cup symbolizes emotions. So she's not misemotional, okay? She's very thoughtful. She's thinking about things. She's strategizing. She's planning. She knows that the future is going to unfold in whatever way, you know, she is envisioning that it will, as long as she stays the course. Okay, so that is what Spirit is saying this week. You might be really evaluating. And this isn't about like you and everyone, Libra. This is you. This is you and where you see yourself and how you're spending your time, you know, really being reflective, but not emotional about this. I just want to remind you that it's not the time to be emotional. It's the time to be wise. It's the time to make smart decisions, to make disciplined decisions, and to be diligent about your own actions. Okay. I'm going to get you one more here. Okay. Okay, so Libra, you have humor as the lesson that is stepped forward. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Okay, so this Queen of Swords, remember I said she's not emotional. She's looking at the future, all right? And I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And this Four of Hearts is about being dissatisfied with what you've got. Okay, so I feel like for Libra, you may be trying to manifest something in your life, or, you know, trying to move your life in a certain direction, and you're finding like, oh man, this isn't working. What the heck? Or I did manifest it and I hate it. Right? Oh my God, I got the new car and it freaking gives me nothing but problems. Or yeah, I manifested a job, but I absolutely hate my job, right? Or I've manifested a relationship and I'm not very happy. Okay, like I see this here, but Spirit is saying you've got to laugh, laugh at the things that life throws at you. Okay, the reason you're not happy with it is because it's not right for you, even if you thought you would be happy with that at some point. That's what I feel for Libras. I thought I would be happy, but I'm not fucking happy. And instead, I'm probably a little upset about this. But Spirit is saying just laugh it off, laugh it off, laugh it off. It's going to be fine, Libra. You have so many other things going on. I just feel like any little minor setback or something that doesn't line up just right, like the best course of action is not getting emotional. It's not canning the project and quitting everything entirely. It's just, okay, let's reevaluate here. Let's reevaluate. And more so than that, reevaluate if you find that you're not happy, that you're not lighthearted, that something isn't what you thought it was going to be. Okay, it's okay to quit, to backpedal, to renegotiate. If something wasn't what you thought it would be, then try for something else. It's okay. It's okay to change plans. Maybe you needed to get there to see that, you know, and now you're going to go elsewhere because the inspiration is new to your energy in this moment. So I really feel how lighthearted energy is necessary for Libra this week. Don't take anything too seriously. Don't step too firmly on one path or another. Like, I don't feel like now's the time to be all or nothing. Now's the time to just see how things flow, Libra. That's what I have for Libra. And let's see who's next. Virgo. Virgo's next. Virgo. For the week ahead. Let's get you a Light Seers Tarot, Virgo. Oh. Okay, so right away I've got some pain in my head. And also in my neck, okay, for Virgo. So you may be experiencing headaches or physical pain this week. But I do kind of feel that it's more speaking to keeping your thoughts pure, keeping your thoughts in alignment, not having that self-doubt, not doubting the process or the plan. Okay. And also something about being willing to try new things or willing to look in a new direction. Okay, because hey Virgo, you don't know it all right, even though you may know a lot and you might have a lot of great ideas. Okay, I kind of feel how there is something you may not have considered, or another way of doing something that might benefit you. And in fact, I kind of feel, wow, I got this earlier for someone else too. I kind of feel how there's a chance that somebody might offer you a better solution or a better way, but again, who it's offered from might rub you the wrong way. Like, yeah, I don't want that from you, okay? But it would help me, but not from you. But if this is just harmless information, I feel like Virgo, you know, swallow your pride a little bit and take what you can get when it is presented in the right way. Okay, I just want to say that, you know, it's humbling sometimes to learn new information from a source in which you may not have expected it. However, it can really help you get ahead in some project or area of your life. I feel like it could really boost you in some respects. So allowing yourself to receive that is growth, and it's humility, Spirit is saying. So Virgo, this may even be an inspiration that comes up from within you, okay? Not every Virgo is going, this might be something that has been coming up from within you, Virgo. I can feel it now, and it's not like you've said no, but it's like, oh, I don't have time for that, or not right now, or whatever. It just, the timing hasn't been right. Maybe that's what it is. So I just want to encourage you to really act on that and not to procrastinate, okay? Because if it feels like it's it's like the energy is potent, okay? And you can seize that potency and seize that opportunity, or, you know, it's going to pass you by, and maybe somebody else will be able to capitalize on this, or somebody else. It doesn't even have to be someone else. You're going to miss out on the benefit of having done that, or having had that, or having expressed that, whatever it might be. So make sure that you don't miss out on windows of opportunity either this week, Virgo. Especially if they seem to come from unlikely sources or something like this. Or it's something that has been within you that you just have been procrastinating. You've been shushing it. You've been telling it, oh yeah, sometime, just not yet. Well, now's the time. And one more for you here. Whoa, there it is. There it is for Virgo. Okay, Virgo, so you have the Page of Wands showing up for you. This is about taking brand new actions, okay? Stepping firmly in new ways, all right? This page is not structured, not knowledgeable, not experienced. This is like, all right, well, check it out. I'm doing things new now. I'm doing things differently now. I'm starting a new job. I'm starting a new project. I'm wearing my hair differently. Whatever this could be for Virgo, okay? You know what? I'm living moment to moment. I may not even have a plan, but I'm just doing the next thing as it is in front of me. Okay, I can see this here for Virgo. And also just wanting to be better. Okay, I really feel this for Virgo. Like I want to do things in a new way, a better way, to really, you know, see where that might take me. Okay, I feel Virgo very open here to new experiences or to that other insight that might, you know, I want to say, I feel how you might feel like there's like this missing info that if you had it, boom, everything would be fine. But since you don't have it, it's almost like I'm scrambling, right? And I just want to say that this scramble for Virgo, it's only going to last a little while, and eventually things are going to smooth out, and it's not going to feel like you don't know what's going on, or you don't know what you're doing, or what the next thing is. Like this page is new, but like you're committed, okay? Like, hey, this is what it is, and I'm on board for the ride. You know, that's what I feel for Virgo. So the lesson that you have here is balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Now, what I feel about this card is that, you know, balance is kind of an illusion, okay? Because I feel like Virgo is not going to be balanced. Virgo is going to be very in the moment and committed to the moment as the moment is unfolding, okay? So when you're focused on the task at hand, your balance is out the window, you know, because you're truly plugged in and focused. And that's what I feel for Virgo here is plugging in and focusing in the moment and not worrying so much about like I just feel like pulling away. There's this balance. There's something of your energy that wants to just keep it alive in the back of your mind. And Spirit is saying none of that. You've got to put it down and just be present in the moment for the task at hand, for the people at hand, Virgo. That's where your best bet is at, okay? Because when you're trying to factor in all these other things and you're not really hitting the mark on many of them, okay? And this Jack of Hearts is for you as well, which speaks about our kindness, our expression, the way we show up for other people, the way we show up for ourselves. You know who you are, okay? And carving out the time that you need to rest, to eat, to stay healthy and well, so that you can show up and be your best self, even when you're doing all these new things, or your schedule's up in the air, or you're feeling uncertain about the steps ahead of you, whatever this is, Virgo. Remembering that when you prioritize those self-care methods, you are your best self, and all of your projects will be better. Everything else that you touch will be better because you are better. But when you're not carving out that time that you need to be your best self, meaning like sleeping, eating, staying hydrated, hygiene and all the things, and even that, more than that, self-care time, pleasure time. You're allowed to have pleasure time. Penciling that in, even if you're undertaking new things. I feel like it's okay. You don't have to sacrifice one for another right now, Virgo. You're allowed to do all if you can moderate it and fit it into your own structured, balanced schedule. Good luck. You can do it. Don't give up just because something seems too hard. I need to say to Virgo right now, like, you might really find that you have an opportunity this week, and you might go, oh my God, there's no way I can pull that off in time. Like, never mind, I'm going to have to miss out on this opportunity because it seems too hard. I want to say to you, it's not too hard if you sit down and put your mind to it and piece it out into smaller bite-sized pieces that you can accomplish one at a time. You can do that, and it won't be so hard, but it'll be you putting in some footwork and crossing some items off the list to make that happen. Virgo. Or you could just cop out and say, oh, forget it. It's too hard. Next time, somehow. Aries. Aries is going to be the last sign to be read, and you guys hung in there with me, and I thank you so much. It has been a lot of fun. If you want to connect with me privately, I've got some links in your description box. I've got a new subscription group. Like, how cool is that? It's $10 to subscribe to my page, and I'm already outlining all the awesome perks that I'm going to be giving to subscribers. So if you want to join, feel free to join. The link is there in the description box, and I thank you. So Aries, for the week ahead, Spirit. There it is. Aries, look at this. 9 of Swords. Okay, so this could be sleepless nights. This could be nightmares. This could be some heavy feelings that might be rolling around within you, Aries, this week. This might be you just being upset with circumstances, maybe overwhelmed with life or what's going on, right? I mean, we all have cycles where we're feeling up and cycles where we're kind of feeling a little bit low. And this could be discouragement. It could be struggle. Let's see. Let's see what Spirit has for Aries this week. It could be nightmares, simple as that, you know, that are making you feel less than rested. And I want to say that a lot of times when we have nightmares, it's because our head space is kind of hectic. Okay, so kind of focusing on the head space during your waking moments. Aww. And debunking any lies that might present themselves in the head space and removing any kind of negative self-talk that might be there, Aries. Most definitely will benefit you because we all have that inner critic. We all, even the most successful person, has a voice in their head that says, you're not good enough. You can't make it. You won't get that far, whatever else, right? We all have this. And it probably sounds a lot like a voice from your childhood. But regardless, that's neither here nor there. You are the one who hears it, who tunes in or doesn't tune in, or tells that voice to take a hike that it's wrong and it doesn't know what the heck it's talking about. Sometimes we entertain that voice. Sometimes we recognize that we shouldn't. And I feel here how Aries just needs to be mindful about where their headspace is at. And where their heart space is at. So again, you've got this one. And you know what I'm feeling from your card here, Aries? No one else can understand. I feel this so strongly from your card. Nobody else can understand what I feel like, what I'm going through, how my life is right now. Like, nobody else can understand what's going on inside of me. And I want to say that there are so many people that all feel the same way, right? Isn't that so silly how we all feel so alone, like no one else can understand, and we all feel the same way. We all feel the same way. So here you have loneliness. I know that I'm never alone. And look at the picture here. That is the earth and a bunch of people who are connected. Maybe they're not living in the same space, but they're connected to one another. That's like the internet there. You know what I mean? That's like a support group there. I just want to remind Aries that although you may have a unique path, that doesn't mean no one will ever understand you. That doesn't mean nobody else can get it. That is that deceitful voice inside of you that's trying to keep you isolated. No one else will ever understand. I had better not tell anyone, right? I'd better just shoulder this alone. I better just do this by myself. And Spirit is saying you don't have to. There are resources that you can reach out to. Safe networks of people, either online or locally, maybe through an agency, maybe a support group. Maybe these are friends or family. There are people that you can reach out to that are there for you, that can help you. You're not as alone as you think. But I do want to say that sometimes when we feel very alone, it's because we're supposed to latch on to God inside of ourselves. And when the outer world's just not there for us, we find God within. We spend that time with Spirit, whoever that is for you. So Aries, I feel how getting quiet and being in prayer maybe this week getting quiet and being with spirit, being with your loved ones in the spirit world. I feel how Aries, you might be a medium, okay? And maybe sitting with your loved ones in the spirit world would help bring you some comfort, communicating with them in that way, writing some things down to prove it to yourself once again. This Ace of Hearts is here for you too, reminding you that emotions always pass. You've probably felt like this before, and it's probably passed before, right? This too shall pass. I also feel for Aries that some of the feelings that you might be experiencing might be released from Mother Earth or from the collective or others in your area. So allowing those feelings, like if you feel like you need to cry, just cry. You know, just cry, whether you know why or not. And if you know why, then cry that thing out. You know, let it come until it runs dry, until you're all cried out and you can release that energy, okay? If you're angry, you know, shout or punch your pillow or go jogging or, you know, release your excess energy in a healthy way, okay? Because it might be yours, but it might also be the collective's. It might be past timelines. It might be the Earth's grid. I can feel how Aries might be being used as an outlet for a few different reasons right now, and it may be overwhelming, okay? So making sure that you're tapping in with yourself and caring for you first and foremost, okay? Sleeping sufficiently. That's not over or under, okay? Oh, I sleep enough. I sleep all day long because I don't want to get out of bed. Well, that's not the same. That's not right, okay? So finding that balance and that moderation, Aries. Plugging into the networks that you have available to you. Sometimes that voice inside of us says that we're not bringing anything to the table, so why show up? Sometimes the voice inside of us tells us we have nothing to offer these people. Your presence is enough. People want to be there for you. It's a co-creative and an energetic exchange. But it starts with you opening your mouth and opening your heart, being willing to connect, being willing to say, I'll do something different then. Sometimes when we get in the blahs, we're just like stuck in the blahs, okay? So Spirit is saying you've got to decide to do something differently. It's always the choice, and you might have to decide that at the same time, several times on the same day, right? Okay, well, today I'm going to get up and I'm going to have a shower and I'm going to try to do something different. Today I'm going to get up and I'm going to do something different. Yes, I am. Yes, I am, right? You're going to continue to reinforce that decision throughout the day, especially when it's early and it's hard, you know? So I just want to say to you that every choice that you make to be the healthiest version of yourself is a win. It is such a win. Carving out a schedule for yourself, where you get up at a certain time, you shower at a certain time, you eat at a certain time, you go take care of whatever responsibilities you have going on, then you have your free time or whatever you're doing. Like having a schedule can help you feel like you know, like you have something to look forward to. That's what I'm feeling here. Like I have something to look forward to, and that is going to include other people. Romantic and platonic, familial, even for those who are interested. But right now I feel like the emotions that you're dealing with might be better addressed in the privacy of your own solitude. And maybe that's why you have this time, so that you can cry it out, release it out, get rid of this, whatever. And you know, maybe you're not quite alone. I feel how I need to remind you that when we're going through stuff, sometimes that comes through in our energy, whether we mean to or not. Hey, stop. Stop. Whether we mean to or not. See? when we're having a rough day or we're feeling a little discouraged, and then we go to take care of our kids or spend time with the spouse or even go to work, sometimes we're looking through that lens. Hey, quit. Sometimes we're looking through that lens of discouragement, the lens of sadness, of anger, right? And then our energy that we're bringing is not quite what we want it to be. So Spirit's reminding Aries here to come from a place of love, come from your heart, even if you're tired, even if you're discouraged, all right? And to allow other people to come from there too. Sometimes we want that connection, but not from you, or I don't trust you, or whatever this could be. So allow others to be there for you if that's truly what you want, instead of sabotaging yourself, okay? That's Aries. I'm sending you love. I'm praying for you, and I want to say that this too shall pass. But your challenging emotions are telling you something about your life, about yourself, about what's going on. Okay? So checking in with those, allowing them to move through you and processing them and unpacking them is only going to help you move into a healthier, brighter next week. That's what I have for Aries here. Sending so much love to all the signs. You guys are awesome, and I thank you so much for sitting with me today. I will be doing these zodiac readings every Monday to give us a forecast by zodiac sign. I'm also doing free open readings on Thursdays and Saturdays. So those events are here listed in my event section of my page. You are also able to subscribe to my page now if you are interested in doing so. There is a button. It used to say book now on my page. So if you just go to my page, Spirit Speak Psychic Medium, tap my profile badge, it'll take you to my page. And right up there should be like a blue button or something at the top. It says subscribe. It's got a flag with a heart in it. Down here, there's like a chain link. If you click the chain, it should open and say subscribe, something like that. And it's $10 a month. And I'm doing in there free readings twice a month. A bunch of other perks for subscribers only. Get in there and you'll find out. I thank you guys so much. I'm wishing you all the best rest of your day. Have a great one, friends. Bye-bye.